A few things that have happened. The flag got stolen off the not sure, this is like 3 days later than any other video I've posted, so I'm not sure if I've even filmed anything interesting, but if I have, I'm going to put it on the screen now.
Hello, my name's Lewis Stevens, aka the Tourist Dog. I'm that guy that cycled round the UK, which is why you're probably here. 5,000 miles over 4 months, and I guess you're here to come and see where I live. And I dropped out and I was probably 17. I did my GCSEs, passed those, and then I did the first year of A-levels. I didn't get the grades. I was pretty naughty in school. I was pretty rebellious. I'd failed college twice. I'd had about 9 or 10 different jobs and I was 18. Yeah. You know, and it was like, none of this was working for me. I was feeling miserable and lost, and the direction that my family were pushing me in, not all my family, some of the family, was that of you just need to get a job and get some money behind you and you will be fine. Ended up doing this volunteering course called Workaway, which is where you travel to different countries. People offer their houses for 4 hours work a day and they feed you as well, and there's no money in it. And on that I learned loads of different skills. I did carpentry, I did joinery, I did waitering, I worked in kitchens, did all this stuff, and the whole thing was I was travelling and learning at the same time, so I felt quite good about that. And then when I was in France, I stayed with a lady called Fiona, and she said, well, if you're bored and you don't know what to do with your life, go and do a ski season. So I thought, okay, yeah, it sounds like a good idea. So the following winter, did a ski season, which was 6 months working. And it was on that ski season that one of the guests left a book called One Man and His Bike by Mike Carter, which is about a guy that cycled around the UK. And I read it in a day, just sitting on the sofa, and I was like, do you know what? I think I want to cycle around the country. The most difficult thing was the money challenge, which was obviously £20 in 20 days, £5 a day. They were the struggles, and then mentally it was way harder than physically. I think I was cycling 50 miles a day, which sounds a lot, but it's not when you're doing it. You know you can get through it if you want, you're not pushing yourself. So it was getting out the tent, doing those first 3 miles every day. They were the hardest parts, but I found once you'd done those 3 miles, you could cycle on, you know, and you'd start to enjoy it. So I suppose, funnily enough, isolation was probably the toughest bit. And being as it was for a suicide prevention charity, I learned a real lesson about how important it is to get help off people. You know, and it's not even like in a cheesy way, like it was just going in for a chat. I just felt better. It wasn't like, oh my God, thank you, I've released all my feelings onto you and now I feel so much better. It was just talking. The whole point behind this podcast is about bringing the community together. What popped in my head was, why aren't you normal? Like, we're all supposed to be living this normal way of living. What is a normal way of living? Sounds corny, but just keep cycling, then you will get to the place you need to be and something will happen. And I've got a jar to thank for that, bless me, man.